Yes, children, welcome back. Till Ziauddin Barani, chronicler, we discussed in the previous session. Now you listen. The next, new social and political groups. The period from 7th to 17th century witnessed a variety of developments in our country, that is in our subcontinent. Okay, dears, what happened? The social political groups, what changes they met, okay, in this period. Shall we go? Okay, let's go. Okay, dears, the first changes in the social and political changes, they first given technology developments happened in the medieval period. So the first what they had given, during this period new technologies made their appearance, like the Persian wheel in irrigation, okay, then spinning wheel in weaving, then firearms in combat. Here spinning wheel we well know, and that Persian wheel they used to take water from the well, okay. Then firearms means it's gun-like thing used in at the time of attack others, okay. Next, in this time, that is in the medieval period, new foods and beverages arrived in our subcontinent. What are the new foods came? Potatoes, corn, chilies, and beverages, tea and coffee entered to our country. And interesting, so the people before it, in the ancient period, we saw a lot of people, no, that people and all didn't eat the potatoes, corn, chilies, these they didn't taste. Children, are you understand what I am saying? Yes, just think. Next, this time in the medieval period, one group of people, okay, or a group of people, so many group of people like Rajputs who claimed to be Kshatriyas, okay. The Rajputs became very powerful in the medieval period. They hold a special place in the subcontinent. Okay, Rajputs means the word Rajaputra. That meaning is what? Son of rulers, okay. So they, in that way itself, they got pride and they hold the caste status as Kshatriyas. Okay, when they became very powerful means in the 14th century. Kshatriyas is not only meant for the rulers or kings, it is mentioned as the brave person, chieftains and the persons or officials in armies, okay. Then Rajputs introduced that chivalric code, that means they given the important place and respect for the women in their region. Okay, children? Yes. Then other groups of people also emerged very powerful in this medieval time. Who are they? Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, Huns and Kayasthas, okay. Here Kayasthas means they are scribes and secretaries, the political department people. They also become very powerful, developed their political importance over the Indian subcontinent. Okay, children, in the medieval period, in the central and north India, Rajput, Kshatriyas, Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, Huns and Kayasthas came very powerful. Then next, changes in habitat forced people to migrate and become a part of complex society. New occupations like farming, trading, artisanal works, rearing, etc. came into being. It led to economic differences among people. Okay, changes in habitat, what is that? Changes in habitat here, that extension of agriculture, okay, extension of agriculture changes the forest dwellers lifestyles and they forced to migrate to the places of villages. There they started to do their agriculture and someone is doing farming and trading, rearing animals and also the artisanal works. and in that time they formed a group, and that group called Jati, and community, social based and community based. Okay, this Jati have the status according to their background and their occupation. Okay children, and also Jati have the status area to area, it is vary. Okay dears, it's not have the same status in all the places. Yes, in the Jatis, they turned into group, no, social groups. That time they formed the Jatis that I explained. See here, now the Assembly Panchayat of Elders called Jati Panchayat looked into the enforcement of these rules. They have their own rules for every social groups, for every Jati group, they have their own rules. That rules followed and lead by the leaders, elders in their community. Okay, several villages were governed by a chieftain, which later formed a unit of a state. Then later it became a unit for that state. Then region and empire. Region and empire, here I already told to you, the places, the ruling place, we should mention in the historical term region. Okay, empire we know a vast part under a person's rule, that's the empire. Region and empire, some groups like the Cholas, Tughlaqs and Delhi Sultan emerged powerful and acquired many regions and established their empires. In South India, Cholas, Tughlaqs came from, and the Delhi Sultans also came from the Arab, that is Central Asia. Then Prasasti. What the Prasasti means? A ruler's victory or its pride. Okay. Here a Sanskrit Prasasti, that is expansive, a valuable, expansive way they are explaining about the victory of that king. That's called Prasasti. Prashasti or Prasasti. A Sanskrit Prasasti praising the Delhi Sultan Ghiyazuddin Balban, that we already learned, that his empire stretched through over the subcontinent, that is Bengal in east, Afghanistan in west, South India in full south part, and also some parts in the north. So this explained about the victory of the Ghiyazuddin Balban. See, continuous conflict came from the among the rulers. Due to that conflicts over the acquisition of the areas were common, not rulers were successful in maintaining stability in their areas. Due to that empires divided, declined, their power is decreased. Then regions continued to feel the impact of large empires keeping their distinctness, that is differences. Yes children, next we can go to the religion. Old and new religions. During medieval period, that important, our continent, that is subcontinent, our country, lot of new religions also came, and the old religions made some changes, especially the Hinduism. The Hinduism in this medieval time, that yes, here these included the worship of new deities, the construction of temples by royalty, and the growing importance of Brahmanas, the priests and dominant groups in society. These things happened in the changes in the Hinduism. Okay, here, how the Brahmanas of Sanskrit, because the Brahmanas have the Sanskrit knowledge, so they got the good respect in the society. The patrons supported them. Who is called patrons means the persons, wealthiest persons, they were in the power, they support the scholars and legends, okay, knowledge people. Here they supported the Brahmanas because they have the knowledge in the, good knowledge in the Sanskrit. Why they given that much means they believed in those days Sanskrit is the language which directly says our worries to the God. Okay. Next, in this period, the Bhakti movement starts. According to Bhakti movement, a person wants to keep pure love and divines without, and also they want to select only one deity. Without the help of the priest and other ritual aids, one can attain the God's good with the pure love and the divine. The Bhakti movement says. Then, in the 7th century, another new religion also appeared in the subcontinent. That is the Islam. How this Islam came to the subcontinent? The Arab merchant and traders, they brought the Quran to the subcontinent. Quran means it is the sayings of God that given by the Prophet Muhammad. Okay, so in 7th century, another new religion also appeared in the subcontinent. It was Islam. The followed Islam people are called Muslims. They regard Quran as their holy book, and they believe there is only one God, that is Allah, and also they are against for the idol worship. Then there are two divisions in the Islam. What is that? One is the Sunni Muslims and another one is the Shia Muslims. The Sunni Muslims who accepted the authority of the early leaders, they were called Khalifas of the community, and the succeeding succeeders, they are the generations of the Khalifas. And Shia Muslims believed that Prophet Muhammad's son-in-law, that is Ali, was the legitimate leader of the Muslim community. So they believed, that is another group. So in India, there were other important differences between the various schools of law, that is Hanafi and Shafi'i, mainly in India, and technology and mystic traditions. Okay, dears, till this I complete the whole lesson in the first chapter in the history. What are the changes? This is the brief introduction and small messages they given about the medieval period. In the coming lessons, you're going to learn the vast changes happened in the medieval period in our subcontinent. Okay, elaborately you're going to read about the Delhi Sultans, Cholas, everything, art and architecture changes, everything, children. Okay, yes, till this I am saying thanks to you. You just go through your book. We'll meet in the new fresh lesson. Okay, yes, children, thank you.